Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller, and your co-host, Anthony the Tiger Cruz, bringing you the latest sports updates and interviews with your favorite athletes.
Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast, 24/7 sports news, live interviews, and media coverage. Welcome back, Anthony the Tiger Cruz. I apologize what happened earlier. Internet.
Crazy.
It's like they control the shit, man.
I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? The things they're supposed to block, they don't block it. You know what I'm saying? And then the things that should be okay, that they want to block. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the whole thing.
And me neither. It just really ticks me off. It's like, whatever.
Yeah,
so anyway, Oxman is like laid up where he is, so he can't come back on. We'll get him soon later on.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we get him back next week sometime.
Yep. So right now, let's talk about a little bit what was happening on my show with Rick and Joshua. So apparently, it's still going on my Facebook.
It's going down.
Yeah, apparently them two are still going at it about signing the contract. Only way we probably get that happening is that he would have to win like 2 or 3 in a row to order to fight in the BKFC. So
who?
And I think that's what David wants. You got to be able to have a couple of wins before you go fight in the bare knuckle, I believe.
No. Wait. Hold on. Say that again.
Okay.
What do you mean you got to fight 3 in a row?
So I was talking to Brian. Brian Maxwell would tell me that he has to have a few wins before he can fight in the bare knuckle championship with the fighters. I don't know. I guess you have to have like 2 or 3 wins in a row or something in the MMA or something. I don't know.
I mean,
you know more than I do, man. I don't know.
I never heard that.
Apparently, I said, let's get this happening. And
I mean, I don't know why, because, you know, one thing has nothing to do with the other. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I don't care if I got a 3 winning streak in boxing, kickboxing, or MMA, and do the transition to bare knuckle. It's 2 different sports. Why it won't matter?
I know, that's true. I don't know. I think,
you know?
I mean, if you're in the MMA or UFC and you got 10 fights, just say you're 7-2, or you could be 4-7. Like, I heard they were having tryouts for the bare knuckle. I guess he's going in different states. So I don't think these records are going to matter. If you're pro, either boxing, MMA, or UFC, all you have to do is go through the tryout. If they like you.
No, because you see all the time bare knuckle. You know, your record, no matter what you did in the past, your record doesn't count for bare knuckle. That's why when you go to bare knuckle and you first find bare knuckle, your record is 0-0. Because whatever you did before, whether professional boxing, professional MMA, whatever, it doesn't count for bare knuckle. It's 2 different records because it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't understand how they're doing that.
Yeah, that's why I
makes no sense to me. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
I guess we'll figure out in the future, huh?
Yeah. It makes no sense to me. I don't.
Just like you you've been fighting for what 20-something years, and
yeah,
you got a lot of professional fights under your belt, and it's like, hey, I'll give you a contract to fight 3 fights in the BKF. See how you do. If you don't like it, if you don't win and it doesn't like you, rip your contract up.
It's funny, as an amateur, I have 25 fights, 4 losses, 18 by knockout. I got 3 belts, and as a pro, you know, I'm supposed to have three professional fights. 2 two by TKO, lost one, and because they want Ascension, they only have me as 1-1-1. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I just that's not my fault. You know what I'm saying?
Guess what?
And we be trying to get my professional record from New York, to my management, and to this day, still having a hard time getting my record because I don't understand,
But guess what? I got the Punisher on my show right now.
Oh my
Welcome
God,
on
it's gonna
my
get
show,
real
man.
now.
What's going on? What's up, guys?
We good. How you doing, buddy?
Good. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right, so man, welcome on my show. I didn't realize that you were here in Arizona.
Yeah.
I could have met you a while back ago, but you weren't far from me. So I heard your name. I thought you were like in the East Coast. So give me a little idea. Give me a little idea of how you started fighting and where it got you today.
Yeah, man. I started fighting when I got out of the Navy. I didn't really know what to do, and I was kind of I'd wrestled in high school and a little bit, in middle school, and was an All-American, and lost my scholarships because I wanted to mess around in school and whatnot. So then I joined the military. And when I came home, I didn't really know what to do with my life. So my buddy was like, "Hey, man, come in the gym while you're figuring things out. It's a good outlet." And immediately fell in love with it and had my first smoker 3 months later.
So what's your record right now?
Right now, I'm currently 5 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw.
So out of your career until now, who was your best cop? Who's the best matchup you've had?
I would say the as far as my losses go, the only person I truly feel that like beat me because they had a better game plan and I didn't beat myself that day due to whatever bullshit I was doing. I would say would be Eric Villalobos. That's when I ended up really losing a fight to just overall all game plan. And I remember making the switch over to Siege MMA Fight Ready over there with Santino and all those guys. Shortly after that fight, and that's kind of how I entered that world with those guys.
Cool.
That's cool. That's cool. So besides you doing before you started the PFL, I heard you currently signed at the PFL now, right?
No. I was signed with World Series of Fighting before they became PFL, and then I have a 1-fight contract right now with LFA. And I'm just kind of waiting to hear back from them. I'm fighting for a local promotion right now, September 4th. They've already kind of fallen through twice, though, along with all the other shows. So we're kind of just playing it by ear. But technically, right now, on paper, I'm signed with LFA, but they're just kind of waiting. They've been giving me the runaround, so I'm staying ready.
You're just like Anthony.
Got to, because you never know. I mean, we live in different times, man.
Well, yeah, it's funny about me is obviously my record's not the best, and I fought at a high level, and I'm not sure if you issue with drinking and partying and all that shit. So I've just recently gotten my life together, my career together this past year, and it's the most consistent I've trained. My weight staying down. I'm walking around at 144, 145, so weight cut's not an issue for me anymore.
Nice.
Yeah.
So have you ever fought Rough MMA?
Yes, I actually I started my career with Rough MMA. It's funny enough. I've known Joel and those guys for years. I had my first sanctioned official fight with Joel up there at what was it, Cage Rage on the river at Parker.
Yeah.
Those fights. Feel like a celebrity when you go up there, man. I was an amateur, I remember, and I went up there and I was like 0-0, never had fought a day in my life, just wrestled, and I get taken out to the middle of nowhere to this lake or river and on the water, and it was nice, man. It was a small little shitty town, but the whole town shuts down and you feel like a celebrity when you're there.
Cool.
So,
that is cool.
So like my co-host right now, he's been fighting for like over 20 years. He's done kickboxing.
Yeah, man.
And he now he has his own gym.
That's awesome. Where are you from?
New York.
Okay.
I came out training on Luis Bad Boy Ruiz, who was a 3-time world kickboxing champion, and started fighting under Luis Nagel and Ray Longo back in the day,
Yeah.
and then quit that to do MMA with Team Hensel Gracie.
That's awesome, man. I got to come check you out next time I'm on the East Coast. I haven't been out there in a minute.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
opened
and you have
a gym in. Yeah, I just opened a gym in Ohio. I'm the first to not only have my own gym, but I'm also teaching and promoting Team Hensel Gracie in Ohio.
That's awesome, man. That's. I'm a big Ohio State fan. I have family in Columbus, so I have to check out that
Well,
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like almost 2 hours away from
Okay.
Columbus, so
Okay.
you're welcome anytime, my brother.
Absolutely. I have to check you out, man.
Yeah.
all right. So, how's your training going right now with COVID-19 and all the looting done now? But there's still a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on. Are you basically trying to get your training while you're working?
Yeah. My training hasn't stopped, man. Since I feel like the real version of myself fighting started when COVID started. I started just making a way for myself, whether the gyms are closed or weren't closed. Because the shit was opening, not opening, and all kinds of stuff. I was in and out of the gym, but I ended up doing some very smart investments, and I ended up getting a gym set up here at my house. So I had weight rooms. I got over 100 square feet of mat. So I made it possible. I had the guys would come over. We'd find different places to train parts. There's always a way. There's always this is where the real. I think this is where the real athletes come out, man. Everybody that's like making excuses and I'm just gonna retire and this is bullshit. It's there's no excuse, man. We're combat athletes, dude. We fucking fight. Like you can get yourself in shape to fight in any possible way. I run every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you really want it, you make it happen.
Yeah. And now I don't have an option. My record sucks. I'm 27, and I want to make some big moves. I've already beat a top contender in Bellator. I've already beat some top contenders, period, in my career record. My record speaks for itself as far as the people I've beaten. If you combine all the guys that I fought and you put their record together, it's something insane. It's like 70 wins and like 20 losses or something like that. It's so it just shows the level of competition that I face. And right now, Juan Archuleta is a top 3 guy in Bellator, and he fought Fabricio for the title.
I know.
He took him all 5 rounds, and he's 23 or 24-2. I'm the only guy to finish him, and that's not a fluke. So I'm gonna make sure that I get my record back in the green, and as soon as I get back in the green and I go to Bellator or UFC, I want to make some fucking statements on these guys.
Looks like you're all ready. So hey, let me tell you this: Bellator. I know a couple guys over there, Caspel, and I think Travis's last name. Travis's first name, I can't think of it. But they fight over there. I think he's like the one. I think he's like 140 weight class, I believe.
45. Okay.
He's the guy that wears the green hair.
Yeah. Oh, what's funny? Oh, it's so funny. You just said him. I just called him out. not in a mean way. I just I saw him on Bellator. They posted his highlight, and I just said, hey, your boy's 4-0 or 5-0. Like, let's put him against somebody. Let's put him against somebody that has experience and see what he's about. And he declined. He respectfully declined. He said he's looking for some bigger names, which I respect. He's 5-0, but soon enough he's gonna be begging to fight me because I'm gonna be where the money's at. He's gonna be begging to get knocked out. Let's put it that way.
So check this out. So you fighting PFL right now, professional MMA. Would you take a chance to step in the ring and beat KFC?
You know what, man? I've considered it. I don't know. I guess it depends. I want to say be like, nah, man, I wouldn't do it, but it's like you sit here and you throw a number at me. I'm not scared to fight anybody. I think I have more.
That's what it matters. That number.
You know what I mean? I used to get in a lot of trouble, man. Like partying, drinking all the time and shit. So like, I tell people, I was like, you know what? I'll have a shitty record in MMA, but I'm undefeated against guys like you. In the streets and street fights, I'm undefeated. So
yeah,
at that
true.
point, so bare knuckles.
So like,
ain't no street fight to me.
Yeah, so like me and Cruz were talking about, you know how they talk about the ranks and your record? It don't matter what your record is or what your rank is, you're better than what the record shows. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
you could be right now. You say 5-6, and you could fight a guy that's almost what 22-1. You probably beat him in the first round. So it's like me when I was wrestling. I would be wrestling guys in the top 5 all the time, and I'm like 12-30, but I still managed to beat some of these guys. Not even thinking about the record mentally. So
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes those numbers don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? You see him
yep.
in combat sport all the time. That sometimes on paper the number looks ugly, but that guy also can make a comeback too. Don't underestimate him. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the number dictate the outcome of his future. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys who have lost, 5 straight and come back and win 2 straight and then beat the champion, become a champion. You know what I'm saying? So you never know.
Yeah. And I tell everybody this, man, and everybody that talks to me and asks me about this, I tell them, I'm setting up for probably what's going to be one of the greatest comebacks in MMA history in sports.
Good.
You're gonna hear that this guy was at 1.4-6, and then I'm gonna have a good run for a top spot, here in the next 12 months, as long as they let me go in there, man. That's all. I'm like, let me get in there. But either way, I don't get discouraged, man. People ask me, like, how do you stay so positive throughout this shit when you're, 3 times I've had a fight get pushed back, And I tell everybody, I was like, man, every week that I go, I feel like I become a better person and a better version of myself. And it's just getting worse for my opponents, man. The longer these motherfuckers keep putting this shit back, the worse it's going to get for them.
It'll be worse for them. Yeah, but you got to stay positive. You can get mad at something that you can control. Okay, that's one. You know what I'm saying? And the best case scenario, you stay ready, and when opportunity comes, you're ready to take it. So it's just only a matter of time.
Absolutely, 1,000%,
So,
man.
while we're talking, I want to shout out my boy real quick, Travis Thompson. He's on here watching right now. He fights in the BKFC.
What's
My
up,
boy?
What's up, Travis? What? I'm trying to figure out here. You got a question something about one, Anthony?
Huh?
You got a question you can ask me? I'm still.
Yeah, well, I like to talk to fighters like you, Andres, because being in the fighting world that long, with that many fights, whether people dictate your win and losses, I don't see that. I see somebody that finally has matured, has grown in the sport. He's taking the sport serious, and you can always look back and say, you know what, I learned from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I was the party boy. I was bullshitting. But sometimes you have to go through that to get better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to come to, fall and touch the bottom to be like, wow, you know what? I'm better than this. I could be better than this. Let me take the sport seriously. You know what I'm saying? And listen, once you come up from the bottom, you can't go any lower than that. From there on, it's sky high. You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit.
Absolutely, 1,000%, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's and that's what I look to do. I just want to look to try and inspire and motivate people because I want to tell people that like that they say that you can't beat alcoholism is bullshit. I feel like I beat alcoholism. I feel like I beat depression. And I feel like I'm a very, very happy person. I was very close to killing myself at one point in time a couple of years ago. And I fought through that, and I would never consider that again. Obviously, and I can say that all those bad thoughts and those evil things in my past that were holding me back, that were always getting me to do the wrong thing, that I used to make excuses for, I fucking put that behind me now, and I chose to be a better person. And now it's like I'm focused. I've been sober for going on 6 months here in a couple weeks, and
good for you, buddy.
Now I just feel like I'm a completely different person. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And it's just feel like I'm the best version of myself that I can be, and I'm excited to. I'm just more excited to fucking show everybody. Like I've always said in the past, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's like nothing ever happens. But now I'm just really excited. I stopped talking, and I finally started backing it up with my actions, and I'm just excited to show everybody.
I'm a big advocate for mental health and addiction. And let me tell you something. I don't think there's any battle that strong than mental health and drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? I think that after you overcome that, nothing is going to be worse than that. You know, once you experience that and defeat that, everything else is like, listen, I've been through worse. You know,
You're absolutely right, bro.
that's nothing compared to I battle. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, like you said, it has make you a better person, a more positive person, because you overcome that.
Yeah,
Now you can see life in a very positive perspective that you couldn't see back then. Now you can think clear, see clear, have self confidence and trust in
yeah,
yourself. Now you're in a level where it's like everything now is easy compared to that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And I will take that over
Yeah,
sleepless nights and
yeah,
depression and waking up
yeah,
scared, not knowing why. I would
yeah.
have panic attacks and
Yeah, yeah.
anxiety, and
Yeah.
not know why. And in
And
my
I know
mind,
why.
I didn't
Right,
know why,
right,
but I knew why.
right,
I knew exactly
right,
why. I was out partying,
right,
doing God knows what, up all
right,
hours of the
right.
night,
Doing all the
and
wrong things. Right.
yeah, get up and
You
maybe
know,
go work out an hour the next day, thinking that was enough
and
training
you know
for me to
what?
train for my fight.
Like psychologists always say, the first step to fix a problem is to admit that you have a problem. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? Once you say, "Damn, I got a problem," and you go and get help, there's a bigger chance
Yeah,
you might
and
get
it
that
wasn't
help.
even admitting I
But
had a
you
problem,
know,
man. It was admitting that I had to admit it was just coming full circle
and it's hard.
and
As a man, it's
determining, like,
hard to
as
admit
a
you have a
man,
problem.
yeah. Because,
Well, yeah,
dude, man, I'll tell you, we have the voice in our heads all the time to tell us to do the right thing. We just choose to do the wrong thing. But when we start listening to
hmm
that voice, just
yeah,
every now and then, just hear by little, and you're like, damn, every time I listen to this motherfucker, he's telling me something. Like, he's telling me some good shit,
hmm
And
hmm
then, as I started becoming more sober and started listening more, I started making better choices in my life, and I realized that I'd rather sit there and grind, and I work out, 4 to 8 hours a day, depends on the day, and I would rather work out, 4 to 6 to 8 hours a day and bust my ass and have a decent life for my family than to
right,
go back to being alone and waking up
right,
in
right,
random places, not knowing where I
right.
was, and
That's right. That's right.
like, it's a lot more
So
miserable than people think. And I thought I was happy. I didn't think I was happy. I faked like I was happy. I
Right,
walk around thinking that I was like, oh, I'm popping bottles and having fun. And in real
right,
life, I was
right.
like fucking miserable, man. I was depressed,
That's right.
man.
That's right.
And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I tried to retire from fighting twice because I thought it was like I didn't know what I wanted to do with fighting. I was like, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to be the best in the world? Do I just want to get somewhere like the UFC? Like, I didn't know. So having a lot of those questions, you start to really, really like. I didn't have
hmm
a college degree. I got out of the military. I fucking didn't know if I wanted to fight. So it's like when you start to get 23, 24, 25, you're like, bro, what am I doing?
Right,
What am I going to do with my life? What am I going to
right.
offer someone?
so
And trust me, and
me and
trust me,
Anthony.
you're not the only one. There's thousands of people out there that's going through the same thing right now. And they don't know what they want to do with their life or where to go or even ask for help. And most guys, because being that pride of being a man, they want to talk about their problems. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid. They saying they listen. I'm suffering from mental health or drug addiction. The people, the people, the family and the public look at them like they're weak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they hide it. They hide all that, and by hiding it, you're just making the problem bigger, bigger, and bigger. You listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. Listen, I don't care. It's one. Pick one person. I don't care who it is. Pick one person and let them know. Listen, I need help. If you can't help yourself, pick one person. I don't care who it is. Listen, I need help. Please help me. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's tough. I understand. I gone through it myself, so I could talk from experience.
Yeah.
So what I was telling Anthony, we had a show back maybe 2 weeks ago. We talked about the depression, all the
Mental health.
suicides that happened,
Yeah.
and like I was telling, we have people out there that are willing to listen to you guys. If you got depression going on or whatever you need to talk to, we're there because all this depression stuff. Somebody needs somebody to talk to. Like me, I'm there almost every time, but I fight it. I keep fighting it. So I know
Yeah.
there you guys can fight this. If you need somebody to talk to, they have the 1-800 number, Anthony's here. I'm here. I mean, there's a lot of people that sit there and listen.
Absolutely.
Now, the problem is that people don't understand when somebody has a drug addiction or mental health issue. A lot of people, like me and Ponce here, don't know what they're going through. A lot of times, people don't know if just an issue or it's just a stage or it's something temporarily. A lot of people really don't know if they're having a mental a breakdown or have mental issues. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know that they're actually addicted to something
And I
until
think a
somebody
lot of
tells
it,
them, "Listen,
I think a lot
you're
of it
addicted." You know.
I think a lot of it comes from not wanting to believe it or not understanding it. You know what I mean? Like you said, you make a good point with that, and it's you figure you know somebody for so long, so many years, and all of a sudden they start acting weird and they start doing these weird
Right.
things, and then like
Right.
okay, they're drinking a little more, and you're like, you know what, man, maybe he's just a little stressed out, and you're like,
Right.
all right, now he's really
Right.
manic and he's doing these weird things, and it's the
Right.
grind. You don't want to believe it because it's somebody you care about or know, or
Right.
you've known for a long time, but
Right.
then by the time you realize that, oh shit, they really do have a problem. They've been hiding it for so long, or you by the time
For so
you caught
long.
it, it's been too long. And
Hiding it and battling for so long. But you know what? That's the danger with mental health because it's something inside. You don't see it. You cannot really come across and say, listen, I could help you. You know what I'm saying? And some people are afraid to bring it out because the stigma of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even now, you tell somebody I have a mental health problem, they look at you like, oh my God, like you're disease or something.
Yeah.
Even now, it's still a fractural thing in our society, and that gotta change.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That gotta change. Mental health, people, they're still people. They just need help like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't turn away somebody comes to a hospital and say I have a cancer. No, you help them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
You don't turn somebody away that has diabetes or high blood
But
pressure.
the shitty
No,
part
you
is, the
go and
shitty
help
part
them.
is, we live in a world now. The shitty part is, we live in a world now where it's the person that has that mental condition and does want to go and get some help. They have to pay money, and if they don't have
Oh
the
yeah,
money, they don't get the
and
mental help that
it's
they
always
need.
yeah,
Otherwise, they're
yeah.
just talking to a bunch of people that are uneducated. And how is that fair? It's nice to
That is
talk to
not fair.
someone every now and then, but
That's not fair.
I didn't start understanding my condition until I started really looking deeper into it. And I'm grateful that my girlfriend is a therapist, and she helped me
Wow,
through
good,
a lot
good.
of my
Woo.
problems. And I'm
Yeah,
fortunate in that aspect. But I think for me and anybody that's battling this at home, the biggest thing that I had to deal with was I had to start realizing that I had to be honest with myself. I had to
yeah.
100% be honest to my core and know that I was
Got to.
being honest with myself, even though there's that
Got
little
to.
bit of me that's like, no, no, no. I had to
Right,
say yes,
right,
and I sat there and I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, "What's wrong with you? What is really
right,
wrong with you?" And then let's go. Let's start from there. And I looked at myself and I broke myself down. I said, "One, you have a drinking problem. Okay, that's minor. That's not a huge thing. You can stop that." I was like,
right,
"What else is wrong with you?" I said, "You're a liar. You lie about shit. You lie about where you're gonna be, where you're gonna go. You don't lie. What do you have to lie about to people? You'll
right,
double book plans because you don't want to disappoint someone, so you'll lie to somebody about it." I was
right,
like, "What else do you do? You procrastinate. You'll say you do a bunch of things, but you don't do them." I was like, "So
right,
let's start there." I found the source of my problem. I fucking lie and I procrastinate. So what am I gonna do
right,
first? I'm gonna stop procrastinating. Well, how can I stop procrastinating? All right, I'm not gonna be the best at it. So I started with something minor. I started making my bed in the morning. I started cleaning my room.
right,
I started just putting my socks away, that were in my basket that I never wanted to put away. Little things
right.
like that. And I started
It
feeling
makes a big
fulfilled.
difference.
You start to feel fulfilled, man, believe it or
Makes a
not.
big difference.
Big difference. And people are like,
Yes,
it sounds
yes.
so stupid. It sounds so stupid. Dude, I
It's not. It's not.
it's not. It's not.
It's not. So I want to show you a shirt real quick that will make
Yeah.
Pages happy. All right.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Let me see. I'm gonna screen record this.
Pages, man. I told you I was up there training and did some interviews. He's a cool guy. I
Nice,
really
nice.
like him.
Jay's an amazing human being, man. I could never say anything terrible about that guy, man. He's been so open arms with me since I've came into his gym, and like knowing even just like people that know my history, know me locally, and for him to just be, so welcoming, and everybody at the team, I think that honestly has a big part of what changed the dynamic in my feeling. Just feeling like I had a home again, and having somebody call coach, and that I can look up to again and go to if I need something, and I just really appreciate that, and I just always want to say I'm going to be thankful for that. And I just want. I'm writing a book eventually about my life. Hopefully, here in the next couple of years, when everything turns out the way
Good, do because you
I'm
know what?
manifesting it.
Yeah,
And,
do
and
because you
I'll
know
be able to put Jay in the book.
people need more stories like you. To motivate them, to inspire them. You know what I'm saying? People need that now more than ever. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Yeah,
so
and that's what I'm looking to do.
so there. Do you do when you're training with Jay Pages? I've seen him train, and I've also trained him a little bit. I know you know Tiki, right?
I've heard of Tiki. Yeah, he used to train over at Jay's.
Yep, he's over in Vegas now with Phil.
Oh,
And
okay.
you have David. His last name starts with an F, I believe. David. He does Muay Thai.
David.
Ferguson. I don't
Yeah,
know if he's
sure.
there, but
I'm not too good with names. I'm good with faces though. If I saw him, I'm sure I know who he is.
yeah, you will. He likes to kick a lot of people in the face.
That's why he says it because I'm the same way. I'm not good with names. I can remember a face.
A lot of people do that. All right,
I'm like,
so from here and so you get ready for your next fight when you get that call. Do you have anything you have to say to your fans, your gym, your coaches, anybody you'd like to say thank you to?
I want to first of all, I want to say thank you to you guys for having me on the show. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to get to have my voice heard, and I'm really trying to get better at speaking and doing that because I do want to motivate people that have depression and mental health issues that they're suffering from, and I want to really work on that aspect of my life. So I appreciate you guys having me. I want to say thank you, of course, to Jay Pages, Jiu-Jitsu, and MMA, my teammates over there for constantly pushing me and making me a better person. My strength conditioning and my overall MMA coach, Coach C, for helping me out as well. He's one of my newer coaches also, and he's been a fantastic coach as well, motivating and just really, really taking my game to the next level, and I appreciate that as well. I want to thank my beautiful girlfriend, Tamara Pollock, for putting up with my grumpy ass and moody ass all day, and just constantly motivating me and pushing me to be a better person. And my mom, for never giving up on me. She didn't have a choice, but I appreciate her for not giving up on me, and a lot of good things to come. And Scottsdale Knights, give them a shout out always. Lincrest Media, and just want to say thank you to everybody. And hopefully September 4th, I'll be able to put somebody to sleep.
You're lightweight, right? Featherweight.
Bantamweight.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, bantam featherweight. I was almost gonna fight at 170 at one point.
Somebody asked me that. I forgot which one you were. So,
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate you being on my show.
Yes, sir. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Andrew. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks,
I wish
guys.
you the best. I'll have you on my show again later in the future after your fight or before your fight. You
Absolutely.
Just keep fighting, man. Keep fighting. You'll make it through this depression and everything, man. You got us to talk to. All right, man.
All right, guys. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Right.
Bye.
Have a good night, man.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. We need more guys like him, especially people that battle mental health and addiction. It's just it's so sad how society treat people like that. You know what I'm saying? The stigma of it. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing, first of all, not knowing much about it, but yet the minute you say that person has mental issues, the way they treat him is like, they cast him out like like he's scum of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case, man. Listen, we all battle some demons, high and lows. You know what I'm saying? And listen, sometimes we just need somebody to talk to and help us find the way.
Yeah. So hey, I got one more person got on my show real quick. He wants he's got something to say. He's not really happy right now still. So hopefully.
Oh, hey, man, he's not really happy. Take a number.
Almost everybody comes on my show either got a call out.
Right. Yeah. He's not happy. Let me guess. Let me guess. What's his name? Let me guess who it is.
His name starts with a D, the first one, and the last one starts with an M.
So now you got me there. Now I'm confused. I thought it was somebody else.
No, It's David Morgan.
Oh, okay. I know David. Bring him in. Bring him in.
Yeah,
He's been
getting ready
training.
to come in.
Yeah, he's been training hard. I've been following him. You know, he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
You know, so
yeah, I'm waiting for him to show up. Yeah, I'm trying to help him out, but with COVID-19 right now and everything, and
yeah, it's just crazy. The whole thing is crazy.
he's all the way to Chinatown, so I can't drive all the way over there every day. So, hey, let's give a shout out to Matt Lightning Ihall. He's got a fight coming up here in September.
I saw that.
12th, but yeah. I watch out for his leg kick, man. He kicks so hard, he might break yours.
Nah, I don't think so. I got, you know, my legs are good. And I do condition my shins, okay? I don't know about a lot of kickboxers, MMA fighters. You know, I'm old school. I do condition my shins. I know the secret.
What's the secret? Put like a bunch of pads on there or something?
No, you grab a stick and beat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's how you condition your shins. If you can't kick a banana tree, you take a bamboo stick and beat your shins. And that's how you condition it.
I heard about that. I did.
I mean, it hurts, and people don't like it because you know, shin area is very sensitive. But the more you do it, the less pain you feel about it. So it's something you gotta do again until it becomes normal. if that makes sense.
I know. So as we were talking earlier about the bare knuckle, how many fights that you have to win to get into the BKFC. So it was confirmed it has to be 3 wins.
3 wins.
So I didn't even know that. I know it had to be a couple.
Listen, I could do 3 wins. I could do 3 wins in a month. I don't care. Okay, I could do 3 wins. I could fight this weekend, fight the next weekend, and do my comeback in a month time. So you know, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently, David's having issues getting in now. So let's see what happens. I sent him 2 links. So as we're talking about that, you know, you have a lot of newcomers that are fighting in a BKFC, and I've seen this before. David chose to have them have 2 or 3 wins in a row.
Right.
They have guys that were fighting new there have like they're in boxing, they're 8-0-1, like Hernandez, or there was a guy that I can't remember his name. He fought Chris. What's his name? Who was the guy that fought Chris last week?
Damn. Don't remember. Don't remember.
But that guy, he had maybe like 1 or 2 wins, but you know, they saw him fighting and they like, well, yeah, we can see you fighting in a BKFC.
Right.
So if David comes to see you guys fighting, just say he sees your videos or goes to like MMA matches, he's gonna look at it and say, that guy's got some good hands. Let's give him a contract. So
well, you know, that's how the UFC used to do it back in the day. They used to scout people. Ah, there he is.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
how you doing, Dave?
I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing?
We good.
We're doing so good. I was gonna say something before you start doing the call out right now. Be nice to us. We're just helping you out. Right?
Yeah, no. You know what? At the end of the day, there's still all that respect level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
No. Screw that. Call him out. I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Meet me in the ring.
Hey, for real though, Joshua Bordex, man. How many times I gotta fucking call you out to fight, boy? That's all I'm saying, dude. This is 3 times I'm calling you out now, dude. Let's do it. Let's knuckle up.
Yeah.
Let's just get this damn thing done.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. Listen. We all want to be professional, but when it's time to call somebody out, you know, we have to go be a little bit beyond that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Is that your new gym?
Yes,
that your new gym behind you?
Yeah. I got my wife right here.
Yeah, looks good, man. Looks good. I see you training all the time, so I'm glad you're taking it serious, man.
Yeah, it's getting there. So little by little, it's getting there. So
that's good. Good for you, man.
That's good.
How you guys been?
We're doing good. You know,
I've been so busy. You know what I'm saying? I've been so busy lately, I haven't even been paying attention to the show. Honestly.
Hey, it's fine. Just keep training, do your thing, buddy.
So, this the thing that's going on with fighters right now at BKFC. You know what happened between me and Joshua and his management team about what was going on between you two. And I guess I ended up being a bad person about it. But
honestly, I don't even know what really happened. You know, I had somebody hit me up like, hey, you know, they're not you know, the bare knuckle management crew, blah blah blah, this and that. So, you know, I mean, I kind of just shied away from it. I didn't want the problems. I didn't want drama. You know, I didn't want all that shit. And then all of a sudden, I got, you know, dudes coming on the post that you and I were talking to that one time, and sitting there running their mouth. Like, for one, I don't even know who that Trevor or whatever the heck his name is.
Right.
You know, but, you know, just come on and do that was disrespectful. And then also,
yeah, it was.
And then Josh coming on there, you know, granted, he didn't really talk no shit, but, you know, he still was like, hey, Carlos, look at blah, 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 which, you know, at the end of the day, our post was our post. They had nothing to do with that post. And I don't know, man. I just felt really disrespected. And then Josh wanted to talk his shit. And like, well, I've called you out already. Twice. 3 times now. You know, let's just get the damn thing done, man. Then I'll go fight his buddy, 155, 45, 35, 70. I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, it should be. I know. But both of you guys, and you guys are my buddies, so I can't pick sides. But it should be a good fight.
No, hey, you know what? Originally, when I called Josh out, that was when we were kind of doing the whole team thing and all that. And you know, I said, hey, man, I just think our styles together would make an interesting fight, regardless.
I agree.
And I agree. You know, we beat each other up, and we'll go get a beer afterwards. And you know,
I like that.
I'll still do that. You know what
right.
I mean?
Well, make sure you include me.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. You know from boxing, MMA, any sports, pro fighters, even pro basketball or anything, they pay you guys money to fight, right?
Correct.
Okay, so my thing is being respectful to other fighters. Say, hey, I can fight. I know how you fight. Let's try to get a contract going on instead of talking all this stupid crap, cussing each other out.
Hey, and that's all I kept saying on that. When they were on to talk their shit, I said, put a contract there, dude. Put a contract. You put a contract there, we'll fight. I don't care. I'll fight anybody.
Yeah, it's like Anthony don't want
to get
into that stuff.
Except Cruz.
Yeah, except Cruz. Hey. No, if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, I agree. My boxing team, you know, Team TMM, you know, that's how we made a name for ourselves, was beating each other up. You know what I mean?
You got to.
We go do smokers and just beat each other up. You know what I mean? Oh,
right.
We need to fight. Go fight. You know, that's
right.
just how it was.
No, that's the name of the game. You know, no shame on that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you know, my show is all about is connecting all the fighters together, respect one each other. If you guys want to call each other out, you know, like get a contract on, like you're doing right now. You know, everything you did in that post that started was like, I don't know who it was. Who was the other guy that was going at?
That's what I don't, babe. You remember
Morris?
Yeah, I think it was like Trevor Morris or something like that. Actually, yeah.
And
I think that was his name.
It was just going back and forth, and all of a sudden, it's like I look at it like me and Anthony Cruz is a broadcaster. We interview you guys. Try to respect us. Don't put us into it. Our job is to help you guys try to get connected in a good way. If you want to talk shit one-on-one, face-to-face. No, the keyboard ain't helping you guys.
No, none at all. And that's what I was kept saying. And honestly, the reason I'm doing the call out is I just feel the whole situation was uncalled for and it's unresolved. You know, I feel really disrespected, especially for you, man. You were trying to help me out and do me a favor, and he just went ahead and, you know, started going off on his mouth. So I don't know. There's only one way to handle it. Let's just freaking do it. Let's just do the damn thing. And then we'll go have a beer afterwards. I don't give a shit. Joshua, you're first.
Yeah.
Then
I'm I'm gonna give my perspective. Me being a fighter and being in the game for God knows how long. Now, this is what happens a lot of times. Okay, the next time, I make sure Fuller is involved. You know, the next time when people go and call each other out, make sure both sides know. Okay, because that way one side don't feel disrespected against the other, and vice versa. Make sure both sides know that, you know what, listen, we're gonna call you out. Don't take it personal. Dude wants to fight you, and you want to come to the show. You know, you guys could talk about whatever agreement, disagreement in the show, and that's that. But what it happens a lot, whether boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and now bare knuckle, when you sideline one guy and then the other guy out, and the other guy doesn't know what's going on, then the other guy's gonna come out and be like, "Oh, you disrespect me, you're calling me out, blah blah blah." So you know what? In the future, Fuller, make sure both guys know. Okay, you know, don't make it seem like one guy's talking shit and the other guy doesn't know what's going on. Make sure, you know what? I heard this guy. Listen, just call him before even the show starts. I heard this guy wants to fight you. What you thought of it? You want to go to the show and talk to him? Okay, make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
I agree to that. Now, you know,
thank you.
I'll take responsibility on that, because I was talking to him prior to the show or whatever, and I just kind of told him, hey, you know, I'm doing this so he can hear me out. Like, I'm not doing it.
No, I understand. But you know what? So now that we know we're not doing boxing. We're not kickboxing promotion. We're not in the MMA promotion. We're in bare knuckle. Okay, and I want you guys. I want you guys to be as gentlemen inside and outside the ring as possible. Okay, because I'm
humble. I'm humble all the way, no matter what.
Right. And at the end of the day, we're still professional athletes. Not just we're not bar brawler fighters / street fighters. Okay, yes, sir. We're still professionals. Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Most okay, definitely. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. You know,
and that's kind of how I even ended. You know, my last thing I said on that whole situation was pretty much that. Like, look, you know, we're at the end of the day, we're all fighters.
Right.
We're nobody's scared of each other. We come to fight.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
Put a contract there. Let's fight. You
definitely.
Go in the backyard. Let's fight. You know, whatever.
Yeah. Because you know, all you guys, you know, whether some of them I know you in person, some of them I don't, but some of them are part of the team. You know, I want you guys to be. You know, I don't want to be like I'm not mentioning no organization like it was back then with other organizations that, you know, they portray themselves to be professionals, but behind the camera they weren't. You know what I'm saying? They were, you know, calling names, calling their family, you know, pushing the cameraman around, pushing me. You know, you know, it makes all of us ugly. Not just you. It makes the whole sport ugly. And we don't want to go that. We don't want to go that route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this right here. So
thank you,
everybody. David, promoters, you heard David Morgan. He's calling out Joshua. So you guys get that contract signed between those two. Let's see it happen.
Let's get it done.
They're both my buddies, but I think it's gonna be a good fight. Make it happen.
I believe it'll be a hell of a fight, man.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. You guys bring it. You know, the freaking brawlers, man. You're like, you know, it's like the old saying goes, styles makes fight, and you guys have the styles for bare knuckle to bring a good fight. You know.
And that's the main reason why I wanted to fight in the first place. It's like,
I hear you.
How many times? I mean, I don't know. Hey, at the end of the day, there's no disrespect. I just want to fight.
No. I know.
So.
And it wasn't you. I'm just helping you on this interview right now.
Yeah, but again, Fuller, again, like I said, you know, when one party knows the other one doesn't, then it creates conflict. You see what I'm saying? And you know,
it does create conflict, but it also sells too.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, drama always sells. Listen, dramas always sell. Drama always sells. What do you think? What do you think? All these reality TV has big ratings because drama always sells.
That's why Conor McGregor sold. He was drama.
There you go. I called them last year. I called them out. Okay. And I God knows how many tweets I put out there and called Conor McGregor out. and then the UFC, writes me back, say, "Oh, he signed a contract to fight so and so." I said, "Listen, I don't care who he's fighting. I want to fight him. Well, don't go around the bush about it." And to this day, I heard not.
Hey, just give it time. He'll be right there in bare knuckle too.
Yeah,
Everybody's doing. So just give it time.
Alright.
And he fights at 170. He got the 170 belt in the UFC, so he fights at 170. So we'll see.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to stick at 135, man. 135, 145. I feel strong, man, and I can't wait to showcase them.
Yeah. Thank God that's not my weight class. I don't want to brawl with you.
All right, David.
So
Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to say to your?
I thank both of you guys, for having me on the show. Honestly,
sure, my friend.
Despite the issues going on.
Nah, it's all good.
Hey, if you guys are in Arizona, come check out American Fight Systems and
definitely. Thank you.
Hopefully we'll be able to open here soon due to this shutdown, but come check it out. So
definitely. Well, keep doing your thing.
Gym, but
listen, keep doing your gym. I always watch your videos and stuff. You're doing great. Keep doing your thing, and hopefully you can make this fight happen.
Hey, hopefully we'll see what happens. So.
Hey, Anthony, don't lie to David because you're afraid of him when you saw his videos.
I mean, I don't want to get hit with that hook.
Hey, it's not the hook, it's the overhand.
The overhand. There you go.
My hooks, I have been working tremendously on my hooks.
Yeah.
I just been trying to work on my timing, dude, with bare knuckle. I'm telling you, it's a whole different thing, man. So.
It is.
All right, man. We appreciate you being on the Full Broadcast show. Straighten that problem out. Let's get that contract signed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys having me, man. You all have a good night.
Thank you, buddy.
Anytime, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Yeah. If it's something I want to bring out, especially bare knuckle, because bare knuckle is the new sport. I don't want none of you guys. Listen to me. I don't want none of you guys to be like fighters from other organizations. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call somebody out, be respectful and let them know that way, because we live in a society that we just one-sided. We just see one side of the issue and creates the issue. Listen, let them know. Listen, it's all for the game, because at the end of the day, we're professional athletes. We're not brawlers. We're not street fighters. We're still professional athletes. And when you do that, you're not only standing your name, but you're also staying the sport, okay? Because you're not just representing yourself, okay? So in the future, I want you guys listen. I'm gonna call you out. Let's go to the Fuller show or whatever show, and let's make it happen. But be respectful, because you know what? We want the sport to be as genuine and clean inside and outside the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's why David wanted to come on and straighten that up.
Because let me tell you something. That's the more reason I'm not in the UFC, because I do not like the way they handle things. Okay, before the UFC, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, before the UFC was in the UFC, when I started the Ultimate Fighter, I was one of the guys like, Cruz, you should do this. Of course, and training with Team Hensel Gracie was easy, because Team Hensel Gracie, they know everybody. You know what I'm saying? I have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But the way I saw the way they were treating each other, and how people were acting up in the house, I'm not gonna live in a house with a bunch of idiots just to look good in front of the cameras. No. And calling each other out. Listen, I've been doing this a long time. I'm not gonna do that just for the ratings and shit like that. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the more reason I didn't do it. All
right, guys, you heard it from David Morgan. Joshua Ackerman, he's got a fight coming next weekend. Get ready to watch him fight. Hopefully Anthony Cruz here has a fight coming here in a couple of months. He's ready to knock somebody's teeth out.
Not ready, but I'm training. I'm gonna get my weight a little bit down.
All right, so I apologize to the last show. We had internet situation. Hopefully things work better in the future.
We get him, too. We get him next Tuesday. We get him back next Tuesday.
Yep. So stay tuned for next Tuesday because I got some good special guests coming on. So thank you for watching the fuller broadcast of 24/7 Sports News, live interviews, media coverage. Have a good night. Knuckle up, guys.
Knuckle up.
Beat them senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller, and your co-host, Anthony the Tiger Cruz, bringing you the latest sports updates and interviews with your favorite athletes.